This is the fighting style that will cement Naoya Inoue's reputation for generations to come.
The Japanese culture is a very humble culture, but do not mistake humble for weak. Do not mistake kindness for the lack of ferocity. This guy is a beast.
A style so dominant, even Mayweather himself would envy it. The monster is tearing through weight classes and opponents with a level of power and precision that leaves no doubt. He's not just winning fights, he's finishing them in brutal fashion, taking out his rivals with knockouts that make sure the judges never get a say. Let's start with the basics. Naoya Inoue is a 4-division world champion. That's impressive enough, but here's where it gets wild. He's become the undisputed champion in not one, but 2 weight classes. And he did it in a way that's left even the most seasoned boxing analysts scratching their heads. At just 19 years old, Inoue stepped into the professional ring. Now, most boxers take years to work their way up to a title shot, not Inoue. 2 years after his pro debut, he was already claiming his first world title, the WBC light flyweight belt. And he didn't just win, he stopped the champion in the 6th round. This was just the beginning. Over the next few years, Inoue blazed a trail through the boxing world that left everyone stunned. He kept moving up in weight, but unlike many fighters who lose power as they climb divisions, Inoue seemed to get stronger. Now, let's fast forward to the fight that really put Inoue on the global map. His bout against Nonito Donaire in 2019. This wasn't just any fight. This was the World Boxing Super Series final, and Donaire was a 4-weight world champion, a true legend of the sport. The fight was nothing short of epic. For 12 rounds, these 2 warriors went toe-to-toe in a battle that had fans on the edge of their seats. Inoue showed he could take a punch, fighting through a fractured orbital bone and double vision. But more than that, he showed he could dish it out, scoring a knockdown in the 11th round and securing a unanimous decision victory. But Inoue wasn't done, not by a long shot. Over the next few years, Inoue continued to dominate. He unified the bantamweight division, collecting belt after belt. Then, he decided to move up to super bantamweight. In July 2023, Inoue faced Stephen Fulton, the undefeated super bantamweight champion. Fulton was no pushover. He was considered one of the best in the division, a slick boxer with great defense. Many thought this would be Inoue's toughest test yet. What happened next was extraordinary. From the opening bell, Inoue was in control. He used his lightning-fast footwork to dance in and out of range, confusing Fulton. But it wasn't just his movement, it was his precision. Inoue's jabs were like laser-guided missiles, finding their mark time and time again. But here's where Inoue's genius really shines. He didn't just rely on headshots. Instead, he launched a relentless assault on Fulton's body. Jab after jab, Inoue pounded Fulton's midsection. This wasn't just random punching, it was a calculated strategy. You see, by constantly jabbing to the body, Inoue was setting a pattern. He was making Fulton think that's all he was going to do. But Inoue had a surprise waiting. In the 8th round, Inoue sprung his trap. He threw the jab to the body just like he had been doing all fight. But this time, as Fulton's guard dropped to protect his body, Inoue unleashed a thunderous straight right to the head. The punch landed flush on Fulton's jaw, sending him crashing to the canvas. Fulton managed to get up, but Inoue wasn't done. He swarmed his wounded opponent, unleashing a barrage of punches that forced the referee to stop the fight. Just like that, Inoue had become a 2-weight undisputed champion. Now let's break down what makes Inoue's style so unique and effective. First, there's his jab. Inoue's jab isn't just a rangefinder, it's a weapon in its own right. His power shots and to wear down his opponents. But what really sets Inoue's jab apart is its versatility. Look at how he alternates between jabbing to the head and body. This constant changing of levels keeps his opponents guessing. They never know where the next punch is coming from, which makes it incredibly difficult to defend against. But perhaps the most impressive aspect of Inoue's style is his power. Despite moving up multiple weight classes, Inoue has maintained his knockout power. In fact, he seems to have gotten even stronger. Out of his 28 professional fights, Inoue has won 25 by knockout. That's a staggering 89% knockout rate. And we're not talking about early career padded records here. These are knockouts against world-class opponents, champions in their own right. How does he generate so much power? The answer lies in his technique. Inoue has mastered the art of using his entire body to generate force. From his feet to his fists, every part of his body works in perfect harmony to deliver devastating blows. Watch how he rotates his hips, transfers his weight, and extends through his punches. This perfect form allows him to generate maximum power with minimal telegraph. His opponents often don't see the knockout punch coming until it's too late. But Inoue's skills aren't limited to offense. His defense is equally impressive. Despite his aggressive style, Inoue rarely gets hit clean. He uses a combination of head movement, footwork, and blocking to make himself an incredibly elusive target. Look at how he slips punches, often by mere inches. This isn't just good reflexes, it's the result of countless hours of practice and an innate understanding of distance and timing. In his fights, you can often see him testing his opponents, probing for weaknesses. Once he finds one, he exploits it mercilessly. This ability to read his opponents and adjust his strategy on the fly is a hallmark of a truly great fighter. This relentless drive for improvement is what separates good fighters from great ones, and great ones from legends. Inoue isn't content with being the best in his division. He wants to be one of the best of all time. Now, Mayweather is undoubtedly one of the greatest boxers of all time. His undefeated record and defensive prowess are the stuff of legend. But here's where Inoue stands apart. While Mayweather was content to win on points, often in fights that casual fans found boring, Inoue goes for the knockout every time. He's not just winning fights, he's doing it in spectacular fashion, creating the kind of highlight reel moments that turn casual viewers into die-hard fans. Moreover, Inoue's accomplishments in multiple weight classes are truly unprecedented. Becoming undisputed champion in 2 divisions is something even Mayweather never achieved. And Inoue did it while maintaining his knockout power, something many thought impossible. But perhaps the most significant difference is in their styles. Mayweather was a defensive genius, often winning fights without taking much damage. Inoue, on the other hand, is a perfect blend of offense and defense. He's not afraid to take a punch to land one, which makes his fights incredibly exciting to watch. This willingness to engage, combined with his knockout power, makes Inoue appointment viewing. When he steps into the ring, fans know they're in for a show. They know they might witness something truly extraordinary. And that brings us to Inoue's most recent fight, his bout against TJ Doheny at Ariake Arena. Stepping into the ring for this second defense of his undisputed super bantamweight title, Inoue faced off against the former IBF champion. Originally set to fight Sam Goodman, Inoue had to adapt after Goodman backed out, leaving Doheny as the challenger. But that didn't change the outcome. By the 7th round, Inoue unleashed a devastating barrage of body shots that left Doheny visibly crumbling in pain. As Doheny limped away, he dropped to one knee, and the referee had no choice but to call the fight. With the stoppage just 16 seconds into the 7th, Inoue became the first fighter ever to stop Doheny. outlanding him 93-52 overall and showcasing his brutal power with 64 power punches to Doheny's 41. Once again, Inoue proved why he reigns supreme as the undisputed king of the super bantamweight division. This victory cemented Inoue's place in boxing history. He had achieved something that even the great Mayweather couldn't do. And whatever happens next, one thing is clear: Naoya Inoue is a once-in-a-generation talent. His combination of speed, power, and ring IQ is something we've never seen before. He's not just winning fights, he's redefining what we thought was possible in boxing. Do you feel the same way? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't leave without subscribing to the channel and turning on the notification bell. See you next time.